He's the godfather of gore, and we don't mean Chris. Horror master Tom Savini is here to instantly increase our rating from TVY7 to TV14. So be warned. Plus, hey, want to come play in my backyard with my 18-foot tall mech warrior? Cool, because my mom made lemon squares. It'll be awesome. And finally, the duo behind CoolHunting.com will explain why all the really hip kids are into making their own Atari games. And now, a program that totally thinks Airwolf could kick Blue Thunder's ass. It's Attack of the Show.
Pick up on this.
To the show, the Attack of the Show.
Yes, the only show that attacks you.
That's right.
That we know of. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hanging out?
How you doing?
Same, pretty much.
Nice.
Did the Forza last night.
What's that?
The Microsoft racing simulation game thing.
No idea what you're talking about.
It's like Gran Turismo.
Okay.
Realistic racing.
Nice.
Yeah, no.
You didn't like it?
I can't. I suck at them, and I just don't get them. I've never been good at them, and
So is this like a simulator that you sit in, or is it like...
Well, I mean, you can make one if you wanted.
Okay.
It works with a wheel, but just with the controller, the whole braking before a turn thing, just not fun.
No good.
No, I'd rather play Burnout. I'd rather crash into cars and whatever.
Very cool.
Just thought I'd share that. That was my night last night. Forza,
Nice.
all alone,
Excellent.
crying, in a fetal position, corner of my bedroom, puddle of my own urine. I'm going to stop. Sarah, what's up?
better.
Oh, not much. You know, what do you guys think about the best travel sites if you want to book some travel?
Oh.
Expedia, Orbitz, and Travelocity are the ones that I always go to.
Priceline?
Yeah.
Priceline?
I can only
Priceline's
afford
different,
Southwest,
though,
so-
because you gotta... There's different variables you gotta deal with.
Hey,
Anyway, I just...
I'm sorry, is the show interrupting your travel plans?
Not at all.
Do you need to
I
book a
just-
flight? Or?
You know, I thought that maybe we could give people out there some information
Oh.
about where to go if they also wanted to get cheap airline. Sorry.
No, it'd be great. I certainly don't have it myself. So.
All right, well, there you go.
All right. Big news. This is huge, all over the place. The first screenshots of Internet Explorer 7.0
Ooh, yes.
have finally appeared.
I
Let's
thought
take...
they weren't making another one. I thought they weren't doing another.
They were just going to
browser.
end it at 6.
I
They
thought
were.
so.
That was the rumor. But
Yeah,
here
'cause
is
no
the
one can
first...
compete with it, Gavin.
Look at this. Look at this. That's 7.0. Wow.
Woo!
Look at the difference. It's amazing.
Well, okay,
And
now-
look at this. Look at it. It looks like they have tabbed
Little tab
browsing.
browsing
That is so original.
Look, you know what? I don't care if
can't-
it's not
is there
original.
Any other browser that... Wait, there's
Listen.
Firefox, there's Opera.
Okay, listen. I don't care that it's not original
Right,
because
okay.
all that's missing from IE for me to switch back is tab browsing. That's it. I'm going back as soon as this comes out, especially now that they're going to have full PNG support. Rumored that they're going to have it. It's like, you know what, fine.
When are they going to have full XHTML support and full CSS support and cross-browser compatibility?
I have more problems
And
with Firefox
when are they
running
gonna allow
pages
you-
than I ever had with
When
IE.
are they going to allow you to search Google? Look at this. Search on MSN.
Well, we don't know. Look, you
Dude,
can't. This
you're
is
not
an
going to be able to
image.
change it. You're
This
not
is
going to
an
change it.
image.
It's
You don't
Microsoft.
know.
They're going to lock you in.
Well, I hope
lock
not.
you
If they do lock you into using MSN as a search engine, that will be the biggest mistake they ever
I
made.
like how
But-
they added the extensions, though. Like, they have them fire... Wait, I don't see them here. Oh, I guess they didn't add extensions. Oh, that sucks.
cares?
Firefox is still better.
Who cares? Who wants to spend 45 minutes setting up their browser to actually
I
work?
do, because then once it's set up, it's that much
No,
more
it's
efficient.
not, until you try to load a QuickTime movie.
Dude, you're the only one
You
I
go
know
to
that can't
GameSpot
load
and it's like
QuickTime.
images going everywhere and it takes an
Dude, we need to sit down and have a little
I'm done with
session, because I
Firefox.
don't know how...
We do. We need to have an intervention is what we need,
No,
because all these
no.
people are brainwashed by
Dude,
the Fox.
this is lame. You're brainwashed by Microsoft.
Yahoo is introducing an online music subscription service.
This I'm excited about.
This is awesome. This is
Yeah.
cool. Now, last year it purchased Music Match for like $160 million.
Good chunk of
Heavy
change.
investment, but clearly worth it. Here's their service. Let's show it off. This is their music search engine. Now, the new service offers unlimited downloads for $6.99 a month.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's what I like about this, is because up until this point, I've always seen these unlimited download sites, you know, the Napsters and whatnot. And it's like $20 or however much they
15,
call it,
20 bucks a
15,
month.
20 bucks.
Yeah.
That's too much. I don't want to
Well,
spend
it's
that
still
much.
the price of a CD, which isn't that bad.
Yeah, but then again, I'd rather buy the CD and actually own the content of the music and not pay the rental fees.
And see, that's the big thing. This is where I think digital music has its biggest hurdle. It's between the people who want to buy and the people who want to rent.
Right.
And people, Yahoo is betting that people want to rent.
At $6, I think a lot of people will want to rent.
I'm willing to rent
unlimited
for $6, totally.
at $6.
Especially since you know the DRM is going to be cracked in like a month.
Right, and then you have everything for free.
Exactly.
You have like a million songs for like $6 a month, which is awesome.
Yeah. And if you want to buy, though, 79 cents a song.
And this is the key, because if you want to burn it out to a CD and take it with you, you actually have to buy the tracks. You
Right.
can't just burn custom mixes.
But for 79 cents, well below
It's
iTunes.
interesting. I like it. It's interesting. They have a lot of good music. I did a search for a couple of my favorite bands. They had all of Pinback's albums on there.
I saw the Streisand in the history. That's great that they have her whole library there.
Streisand. It is great.
I know you do.
Now, no Mac client. I'm disappointed with that.
And it's WMA only.
Right, which sucks.
So that's pretty bad.
Yeah,
so give us some MP3s, make them high quality, and then there we go.
We're not going to do MP3 because there's no DRM.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, we usually don't show off these kind of sites, but this one is a little bit different. I think the best way to introduce this is going to be to read you the actual copy from the website. Take a look at this right here. It's geekfantasies.com.
Yes.
Have you ever fantasized, Kevin, about a room full of sexy college co-eds sweating over a match of strip Counter-Strike? How does that sound?
Yes, actually.
Or perhaps...
Actually, yes, I have fantasized
to see
about
young, barely 18 sweethearts with soldering irons installing mod chips.
Oh. Now, I'm
that?
game. Sign me up, but is this real?
We think it's real. I mean, it's geekfantasies.com. Go ahead and pull up some of the movies here.
All right, let's see here.
They offer a few different movies.
All right, here we go. This is one. Yeah, I did see this earlier. Hold on, let me see.
Go ahead and hit play.
So, okay, apparently guys would be turned on by the, I guess a rare transform. Is that even a rare transform? Okay, that's not bad.
But I don't understand. Well, she's just opening the box?
Yeah, I don't get it yet. Well, that's kind of hot. I don't know why, but it is. It is kind of hot.
Mint condition.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that could
she's
do it.
going after the toy collectors.
It is a mint condition. Do the other one. This one's great.
All right.
So, I actually contacted the webmaster of the show. Like, we really tried to get out there. No response yet. I can't find a members page. It says they have a member section.
So what's she doing? She's rolling dice.
That's a 20-sided die. Yeah. All right. I can see this working. If you're a D&D fan, if you're into the EverQuest.
That's like the ultimate D&D fantasy right there.
Has been resisted.
Wow. All right. So I guess right now on the site there's like five
different
sample videos, and they're free. But again, they talk about a member section. I'm not seeing it though. So.
Yeah, you're wanting to sign up is what you're looking for,
dude. Yeah, $4.99 a month for music, or for hot chicks rolling dice, or playing with mint conditioned toys. Yeah. Set me up.
There you go.
All right. When you get back from the kitchen, scare guru Tom Savini will show us some exclusive footage of the goriest game ever made. Kevin. So actually, you probably shouldn't eat just yet. Hold on. All right, thanks to his bloody work on such classic movies as Friday the 13th, Dawn of the Dead, and From Dusk Till Dawn, Tom Savini showed us that brains, entrails, and tortured scream make for some damn fine entertainment. Tom, thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah, and the video game's going to be full of that stuff.
Entrails,
intestines, heads blowing off. This is the goriest video game ever.
When games were pixels, not so much fun. But now they can actually see limbs falling off. And
yeah, it's not Space Invaders.
It's not.
No.
Not at all. I want to start first. Your nickname is the King of Splatter.
Yeah, King of Splatter, Wizard of Gore, Dr. Blood.
Sex Machine.
Sex Machine.
We won't explain that one now, but I want to get to the King of Splatter.
King of Splatter.
Is that title fitting? Do you agree?
Yeah, at a time it was. In the 80s, I did one splatter movie after another, but I tried to make the transition to creatures, but now we're back to splatter, aren't we?
Yeah. Does that hurt you that you're back, or are you glad?
No. I'd rather have my name out there than nobody ever, hearing who I am,
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Returning to the roots. Now, you remade Night of the Living Dead, so tell me about that. Tell me about the experience of remaking a film.
Oh, well, that was a horrible experience.
Yeah.
That was about 40% of what I intended is on the screen, but
what happened? Did it get away from you, or
no? The problem was, how do you make zombies scary again? You had Joe Piscopo's beer commercial, Michael Jackson's Thriller, So how do you make zombies scary again? There's only so much you can do to the face and the hands,
And Michael's done everything to his face, and he's creepy, but not the same kind of scary that you're going for.
Isn't he a perfect zombie? He's scary. He's very scary. And of course, he's on the scariest show on the air, which is the news. Every day. So yeah.
I thought you were referring to the E remake, which is even scarier than the actual trial, but.
I never watched that.
Good.
I don't watch the news, and my life is much better. I don't need to know how many people died today,
Understandable.
Yeah. Except if it's fake, if it's movies. Because I've been killing zombies for years. Now I get to kill them in this video game, City of the Dead.
All right. Well, before we get to... let's get to City of Dead. Let's talk about it.
What were you going to ask me?
Well, I want to ask about the remakes, because everybody's doing them. It seems... And what your thoughts are on that. Like, should people be doing that? Are they staying true?
Well, some remakes are great. There's been a few. I like the remake of The Mummy, just because, it's like, if you were passing a television, Indiana, like Raiders of the Lost Ark was on, you'll stay and watch the whole rest of that movie. It just captivates you. That's how I felt about The Mummy. It was a period piece. The makeup was incredible, a lot of CGI stuff that you couldn't possibly do with makeup. So some of them are good. They're the Godfather 2, not that it was a remake. Right. But every now and then you get a good one, and you got to take a chance, I'm waiting for War of the Worlds. Come on, it's Spielberg. That's going to be a remake that before you even see it, you know it's going to be incredible.
But you mentioned that that the CG was good, in The Mummy, and you mentioned War of the Worlds is coming out. So do you agree with CG over the use of traditional makeup effects? Or?
I love CGI when it's done well.
Right.
Because there's only so much we can do with makeup. And The Mummy is a perfect example. The depth of damage, and you couldn't possibly do that with makeup. Arnold in T3, the way he looked at the end, couldn't possibly do that with makeup. There's a collective thing against CGI because you have to pretend it's there. Right. You have to change your mindset to watch something like that. When I was doing effects in Rick Baker, American Werewolf in London, that stuff was happening right in front of your eyes. So us old-timers love when it's really happening in front of you. And it's the new generation that maybe doesn't want to make that effort to change their mindset, to pretend it's really there. But once you do that,
you're fine. You're fine. Enjoy the eye candy.
Especially
Stop
if it's
done
well, yeah.
Well, now let's get to the video game, because that is entirely CG. And as you said... City of the Dead, I believe.
Is that
yeah, perhaps the goriest game ever made.
It is. I've seen the clips. Are we going to show a clip of that?
I think we have a clip ready,
okay,
yeah.
No, it really is the goriest. And I understand completely why they're using me to be the Red McLean macho kind of zombie killer guy that comes and helps the characters out, because I'm the king of splatter.
Absolutely.
This video game will be the king of splatter, I think, from what I've seen.
And so what has your involvement been so far? Do you go in and say, you know what, that shard of head doesn't look quite right?
No, haven't done that, but I'm going to do that, because when we did Dawn of the Dead, for example, I got a telegram from George Romero that said, hey, Tom, we got a gig. Start thinking of ways to kill people. So I would say 80% of Dawn of the Dead is stuff we invented. It wasn't in the screenplay. So I think that's what they're going to do, use me to create how people will die in glorious ways,
Right. Yeah, well, let's get to that clip that you mentioned that you brought in. So we have an exclusive trailer here that you brought us. We appreciate it. And unfortunately... Is it
going to be right there?
Yeah, it's going to be right there. And there's some stuff that we actually couldn't even show you already. So here it is. And so what's the story here going on for...
Well, there's the zombies have kind of taken over the place, and 4 survivors take off and they go to an island, and there's it's a military base where they're experimenting on zombies, and of course they get loose. The characters now have to save themselves on the island, and I play this guy who's living on the island and who is a gun fanatic, ex-military, and after a while when you're in the video game, I kind of show up to help them out. I kind of save them and then introduce some high-tech weapons that they can use. So you'll actually be able to kill zombies through me, through my character.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So you're
playable
character in the game?
Yes.
And what about the big screen? Are you going to be playing any characters on the big screen?
Well, End of the Dead comes out in June. I play a part in that. Yeah, that's...
Very nice.
Yeah.
Tom, on behalf of all the gamers out there, we appreciate anything you can do to make that game gory. So,
it will be.
It
will be, yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us, Tom.
Pleasure. Thank you.
All right, be sure to check out Tom's website, Savini.com, and look for City of the Dead at E3. It's going to be there. Now, our monkey butlers are ready to serve up some more fun when we get back. Like, let's say, Brendan going toe-to-toe with a giant mech warrior, and a little tutorial on how to create your own pirate radio station. That's a dark tip, folks, and that's next.
Tonight at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Cinematech. What?
Pacific Standard Time.
Pacific Standard Time. Cinematech explores the Star Wars video game universe with footage spanning some 20 years. Yes, from the arcade to the Xbox.
Yes, using the Lego Star Wars video game, they're actually going to show a 5-minute cut down of Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, and Anakin Skywalker's Fall to the Dark Side, along with a few spoilers for good measure. You want a little taste?
Yeah,
you want a little taste test? Here it is.
The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities that some may consider to be unnatural.
Is it possible to learn this power?
Not from a Jedi. Very dangerous putting them together. I don't think the boy can handle it. I don't trust him. Every single Jedi is now an enemy of the Republic.
Who could have done this?
Twisted by the dark side, young Skywalker has become.
You were the chosen one!
Lord Vader.
Yes, Master.
Rise.
Looks pretty cool.
That's awesome.
And now it is time for a dark tip. So everybody loves the Skype. Have you used Skype?
I haven't used it. I know everybody's using it. I haven't used
Little
it.
P2P, voice over IP allows you to call anybody else anywhere in the world completely free as long as you both have Skype on both ends.
Right.
Now, they released an API a little while ago, and so there's been kind of some hacks that have been out there for Skype.
A little homebrew Skype.
A little homebrew Skype stuff. And one of the most popular things that people want to do is they want to be able to record their conversations. So if they're talking to somebody else, they can kind of eavesdrop or record in on other conversations. And up until now, it's been rather difficult. Take a look at this right here. This is an application called VAC, and it basically what it does is it takes the output of what you're hearing out of Skype, pumps it into kind of like a virtual connection that will allow you to record it, and then back in to the unit itself. So it's a piece of software that you have to install. It's fairly complex to get set up. But
couldn't you just set your sound card to record what you hear and then like hit record in an audio application?
Not really. It doesn't quite work that way. But there is an application that has just recently come out that I wanted to show you. Take a look right here. This is called Hot Recorder, and it actually links right up to Skype there. Isn't that hot?
Watch out!
It's got banner ads attached to it, too. Now, you can pay for the full version.
Hot banner ads.
And not get the banner ads. But what it allows you to do is a little hack that will actually connect to the Skype.exe. You can see here in this little tiny window it says Skype.exe. It's actually going to connect up, and then you hit record, and then when you're sitting there and you want to record what's going on in Skype, all you have to do is push a button, and it'll record all of your different activity. Now, they're also adding features so that you can have voicemail in here as well.
Nice.
So you can record if you miss a call, it'll actually record it. Now, they're adding those features to Skype as well, but these guys were kind of first out of the gate with it.
Right.
Some of the things that this is really being used for, though, is that now you can have kind of like set up your own stream if you want through your own like stream of music playing from your jukebox to other Skype users. And they're also using it for the very popular Skype casting, which is like podcasting, but where you take your Skype, record the conversations, and then post it online for people to view.
Very nice.
So this is one little hack. It's extremely popular right now. We wanted to show you it because Skype casting has really taken off, and this is the program that everyone's using to do it. So
is there a killer Skype hack you'd like to see? Like, hire a programmer and have them do it?
There's some stuff out there that you're supposed to be able to tap into other people's conversations and listen to them.
That'd be nice.
That'd be a little illegal, though. We can't get into that kind of stuff.
Is it because it's technically a phone call?
Well, it's
not really a phone call. It's packets over the internet, right?
Yeah, right. But you're still listening in on other people's conversations without their consent, which is kind of.
You could ask them nicely.
It's a gray area.
Or forget to.
Yeah, you could do that too.
Or
you could go to jail.
He's like, you could go to jail.
For more information, visit our show notes. I'll put some links in there for this app as well.
All right, now the feed, it's on its way. It's like our version of water cooler chat, except we like to drink vodka.
Nice.
Yeah. And if you still think we never show you anything cool, well, this one's for the haters. Brendan heads to Alaska to meet with an 18-foot tall mech warrior. Still on the way, the coolhunting.com folks think anyone who is anyone is making homemade Atari games, and I tend to agree. Plus, we take a look at Zavix. It's a gaming system that'll get your blood flowing, huh? Settle down, Savini. It's not what we meant. He gets a little upset. Now, sure, we've all talked about building our own giant robots, but how many of us have actually followed through? Well, wouldn't you know it, Brendan found one such guy.
Welcome to Wasilla, Alaska. We're about 50 miles north of Anchorage. It's the home of Carlos Owens. He's a 27-year-old guy who spends all his time building his dream, which also happens to be an 18-foot tall mech warrior. Take a look at this because it's the first time anybody's really done anything like this.
I started in October 2003, so over a year and a half. It's 18 feet tall, 8.5 feet wide, and weighs in just over a ton and a half.
When did you come up with the idea to start doing this?
Well, every little kid wants to do this, so I mean, a long time ago. You've seen all those animations when you're growing up, all the like Transformers.
Did you sketch this out?
No, I just sort of built it.
Where'd you get these brakes?
They came off of an old motorcycle.
What kind of engine?
18-horse brakes and strut. Nothing super sophisticated. Turnkey ignition. Just fired up like your car. I'm putting the flamethrowers or CO2 actuated going on the left arm for right now, but I'm going to get another setup and put it on the right arm, and I'm going to go for 25-foot flames. What's the point of having something like this if you can't blow stuff up with it? This disc lock in, and I'm able to move my foot forward, which will move the slide. And when the slide goes forward, it retracts the hydraulic cylinder, causing the leg to come out forward, just as if I was doing the same movement except on a 18-foot tall scale. The hydraulics are manually actuated, but since there's so many of them, how do you walk something when you have all these levers in front of you? So what I did was I put them inside of the mech, and then I have it set so that whenever I do a movement, it'll go to the corresponding actuator, make that movement, and then the mech will do the same thing. If I raise or lower this, it'll raise or lower the arm. I can do the pedal like that, up or down. And if I push it down all the way, what that'll do is elevate the rear ram and get the mech to stand up straight.
So it's really just the foot pedals?
For the walking.
Right, you're not actually lifting your leg?
No, it's just like driving a car.
You didn't go to school for anything like this, did you?
There's no school that can teach you how to do this. You just kind of have to dream it and then do it.
Carlos actually already has a little bit of help. When the CEO of CNX, that's the company that redesigned his website, saw what Carlos was doing, he dropped everything and decided to help him.
This way that you just pulled?
The one that this way.
This way?
Yeah.
Zero slack.
None?
I mean, none.
I'm going to go ahead and basically jump start it.
He told me about his project. I checked out his website, and I was like, oh, my God, I got to help this guy. You know, I mean, he's working in 18-degree weather, you know, outside in snow blizzards on this mech, and nobody's helping him. I'm like, oh, my God. As I got to know Carlos, I just saw that it's not like he didn't want help, but it's just that people didn't believe in him.
See, what Carlos really needs is more money. He's in the hole about 20 grand, and that's out of his own pocket. If he gets more, he wants to build another mech. Because obviously, you can't have a fight with just one of them.
What I want to do eventually here is get kind of an arena circuit going, just to start off, and have the different prototypes kind of duke it out.
Are you hoping that somebody else is going to build one of these that the mechs can fight?
Oh, I don't know. If somebody wants to do that, if they don't mind getting their arms torn off.
He's got, you know, one thing figured out in life, and that is that in order to really realize your dreams, you just got to go for them.
All right, if you want to see more of the mech from the Toyota Tacoma Road Report, if you want to maybe get some updates or throw some scratch Carlos's way, you could use it. We have a link to his website in our show notes.
Very nice. Also, when the mech first does decide to walk, finally, once they get it going.
That's going to be huge.
You better believe we're going to show it right here first.
Right here?
Right here.
Right here.
That's right.
All right, now here comes that shot of smart juice straight to your cranium we call the feed.
All right, the U.S. Senate just voted, unanimously I might add, to require all citizens to obtain a federally approved ID card equipped with machine-readable technology. How about some outrage, America? Huh? Do you care at all? I guess as long as the re-education camps have beer, you'll go willingly. Now, this may not be as earth-shattering as Emperor Palpatine calling for Order 66. Oopsie, spoiler! But it will limit those who can't get ID cards from doing, minor things like traveling or opening a bank account or even entering a federal building. Those who voted for the bill praised it for its expected effectiveness against illegal immigrants and terrorists. President Bush is expected to sign the bill into law as soon as he gets back from chilling at Casa de Putin. On a happy note, the ID card will get you 20% off Soylent Green. Now, from Mace Windu honey smacks to Darth Vader lawn sprinklers, it's no secret that George Lucas's Star Wars empire is going to rake in serious bajillions once the movie part of the marketing campaign gets rolling. But what about the people losing money because of it? That's right. Global outplacement firm Challenger Gray & Christmas predicts that corporations could lose as much as $627 million due to employee absenteeism during Revenge of the Sith's opening few days. Now, news of this has sent ripples through the business world. A few Chevron stations and a couple of White Castles are already bracing for the Dukes of Hazzard opening weekend. The British have always been light on their feet. Mary Poppins, Peter Pan, Elton John. But scientists in the UK have finally developed a true anti-gravity machine. That's right. Based around a powerful magnet, the machine levitates objects in a way similar to how a maglev train runs above its tracks. The excited scientists have already made wood, strawberries, and frogs appear to hover in the air. Naturally, this discovery has gotten the attention of physicists worldwide, plus NASA, and jetpack aficionados Richard Branson and Sean Connery. And finally, a recent study has found that mean behavior starts in girls as young as 3 to 4 years old. The study was obviously conducted by stupid old men who probably got picked on at school because they smell and nobody will ever love them. One of the leading idiots behind the study, BYU Professor Craig Hart, claims that girls exhibit amazingly sophisticated social skills at an early age and even know how to manipulate and intimidate to get their way. So the next time your wife or your girlfriend complains of cramping and irritability, tell her, "It's not your period, honey. You're just genetically programmed to be a bitch." Do it. I dare you. And that's today's feed. Don't fight. Just don't do it.
Wow.
Since age 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he's genetically predisposed.
Can't say much there, can
I'm
we?
really not comfortable saying anything about that story
me neither.
because I fear for my life.
Yes.
Can we move on?
Mm-hmm. Let's do it.
Fire up your solemn faces because we're playing Call of Duty United Offensive in this week's LAN party. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, Winston Churchill, Kevin, he once proclaimed that men will still say this was their finest hour. Now, with those stirring words, let's shoot some noobs!
Yeah. Okay. To register, go to our website and click on Join Our LAN Party. You'll get all the details and the links you need because you're going to need the links.
Well, the details will give you the links.
Right.
Or
And then once you
the
have the links, you're going to need those to get started.
You should click them.
Yes. Click away,
take
boom, download.
We'll see you
download?
in the LAN party.
It's a pay game.
It's a pay game.
Okay. So
But the links are free.
Why
The
do you
details
need
of the
links if you have to go out to the store and buy it anyway?
Well, the links will give you the details of the server, assuming you already have it.
Ah,
See?
and the login information.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So you should get the links.
Okay.
Hey, when we come back, we're going to show off the best user-createds ever.
Of all time.
Yes, and we haven't said that since, like, last week, so,
right.
that's a pretty big deal. And those coolhunting.com fellas are here to preach the gospel of hip. Now, give us a second to compose ourselves. We'll be right back.
The feed is brought to you by Doritos. Don't hesitate, don't procrastinate, don't wait to be great. Visit INNW.com.
Our next guests have turned being cool into one of the most popular sites on the old interweb. Here to tell us more is founder of coolhunting.com, Josh Rubin, and one of the site's writers, Carol Chung. Thank you both for joining us.
Thanks
Josh,
for
I've been a
having
fan
us.
of your site for a while, man. I mean, you
great.
you managed to spot the cool. Like, it's not false advertising, but hey, is it getting harder? I mean, there's so many blogs out there now. There's so many people who want to be the arbiters of cool. Like, do you find yourself competing?
I don't really find myself competing because, honestly, I'm just looking for things that I like.
Right.
So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there, and the fact that there are more blogs just gives me more places to look. But I also look at stuff in the real world, too.
Right. Now, what kind of cool does your site cater to, for those who haven't seen? I mean, it's definitely a certain type of cool, I would say.
Yes. It all sort of comes back to the intersection of design and technology. I'm a designer of techie things, so I'm looking for stuff that's directly related to my practice as a designer, as well as sort of tangentially related.
And so a visitor to your site, they're going to find sneakers, they're going to find purses, MP3 players. I mean, they're going to find all sorts of stuff, right?
It's not too many purses.
I'm just saying, I was going with fashion,
Yeah. But lots of sneakers and T-shirts and other designy things, as well as gadgets and interesting, technology trends, stuff that potentially could be happening in the future.
So it tends to be that the offline content really drives the online content. There's just stuff that you can find in the real world, but you're just reporting about it on your blog.
Yeah, there's some interesting online stuff too.
Yeah, and how has the blog blown up over time? I mean, what are the stats?
Well, I started almost 2.5 years ago, and there are over 100,000 uniques a month.
Very nice.
And pages are like 1.5 million pages a month.
You've taken on a staff now, right? A little bit of a team going for Cool Hunting?
Back in November, I took it from being just a one-person show to having a collective, and Carol is one of my first collaborators. And we have about 6 or 7 contributors at this point who contribute sometimes every day, sometimes only once a month. It's at their whim.
Carol, tell me, was there a training video or some sort of tutorial on how to spot cool? Because I like to think that there is.
No, not quite.
No cool spotting for dummies or anything like that. You just now, what's cool to you? What do you contribute to the site?
I contribute mostly things. Well, I do games. I have a fondness for anime.
Very nice.
Comics. So, sort of, I pick up on those things, especially when they intersect.
Right. Now, along the video games lines, you were part of Retro Redux recently. Care to tell us about that?
Retro Redux is a 24-hour game design competition. It's put on by the Design and Technology Department at Parsons School of Design and Atari. And so, basically, I think there were about 9 teams, ranging from like maybe 5, maybe 3 people from different schools in the area. So there's Parsons, like ITP, SVA. And we used a program called Game Maker. And none of us had used it before, so it kind of put us all on the same level.
Now, are you guys programmers, or are you experienced game makers, or?
Some of us are.
Okay.
I can't speak for the other schools, but I know that the Parsons kids, we all know how to program.
Okay.
But Game Maker is very, very easy to use. It works with a visual UI, and you create a sprite, and there are like icons that you click for certain events.
And now I got to play some of the games. We're seeing one here. I love this one where you're the bull running and just gorging people at random.
That was SVA.
That was great. But now your game was such a throwback. Tell me about it. This was classic as could be.
Well, our game is called Ninja Garden, and it was done by Club Awesome. There are 5 of us. We're kind of like the A-team, but less Mr. T, more Murdoch.
Okay.
And,
that's a great description.
We were making T-shirts during the event. But Ninja Garden is a 2-player game. It was the only 2-player game that's out there. Yes. And you basically play 2 opposing ninjas, and you go through a field of cherry blossoms. You cut them down with your shuriken and pick up your ninja's bombs on the way, and you take them to the other person's base to knock it down a tier.
That's great. And all the graphics were very retro. It was very Atari.
Yes.
Was that the theme of the event? Or?
That was the theme of the event. The purpose of the event was to focus on gameplay design. So having it be a very basic images and stuff was very helpful.
Right. And apparently you guys did pretty good. I see this is a little award here.
That's our award.
And what did your game get here?
Top game.
Top game, which isn't a bad award to win. I guess I'm assuming there were other categories.
There were other categories. Yes.
Very nice. Very nice. Now, Josh, tell me what's the future for your site? Where do you go from here?
Well, there are lots of plans actually.
Yeah.
I'm
spill the beans.
Interested.
Come on, let's hear it. Exclusive T-shirts. You merging with another site?
This T-shirt is a collaboration that I did with Barking Irons.
Very
this
nice.
is just a sample. I don't have them yet.
Oh, okay.
In another week or 2, I will have them. There will be a post all about that.
Very nice.
So yeah, some collaborations with different designers.
So people should keep refreshing at home then.
Absolutely.
All right, there you have it. Folks, keep hitting F5. There you go. Thank you both so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Excellent game, by the way. Really loved it. All right, check out coolhunting.com for links to instant awesomeness. Seriously, you'll make friends. Now, there's so much yet to come. I can't even use full sentences. So, user created, here soon, and Zavix video games demo. Cool. Next.
Usually when I drive stupid like this, my dad hits me over the head with a shovel. But see, he's not here right now. So I'll do it myself.
Ow.
Innocent.
If you ran into tomorrow's show in a dark alley, well, you'd be surprisingly entertained. We'll be chatting with Pete Rojas, the founder of tech news source Engadget.com. Plus, we dress as stormtroopers and infiltrate the nerve centers of the George Lucas Empire. You'll see how ILM, LucasArts, Lucasfilm, and Skywalker Sound make all the magic. Synergy, folks. And finally, wimpy battery life will be a thing of the past. We build the ultimate DIY mega PSP battery. You'll get all this show at no additional charge.
I kind of like the pink. The pink looks good.
It definitely brings out your eyes. It really does.
Whoa, sorry. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Video games.
If you're going to be playing video games, why not get some exercise?
Totally.
That's why we wanted to show you the Zavix.
Woo!
I was
expecting a huge reveal. It's like this little thing.
They didn't wait till E3 to launch. I thought for sure this was going to be the big announcement. But
turns out Xbox is launching a new console this year, and it might have overshadowed this a little bit.
So
maybe not.
This is a pretty cool little device. It doesn't have any controllers like a traditional gaming setup, but it does have little rackets. Little rackets, depending on what game you want to play. Bowling balls, tennis. It has baseball. What?
I'm with you. I'm just saying, okay.
Still.
Right. I want to see how this works.
It's all controlled.
What's the deal?
Yeah, well, let's go ahead and play it. Let's fire it up. It's all controlled via IR, so infrared.
Okay.
And this right here is the tennis game that we have.
All right.
And you can see it's 2-player right here. And so I push the little button on the outside to serve, on the outside of the racket. And I'll go ahead and push that here and then swing.
Oh, fault.
Well, hold on.
Now, how does it? Is it really that accurate with IR? Can it
There's
really?
a little tiny sensor right here. It's halfway decent.
Well, let's get a serve going on here, buddy. Let's make it happen.
There we go.
Oh. Yes! Oh! It happens. It always happens.
Okay. So you get the idea. This is how the tennis game works. You have to swing. You kind of have to be in line of sight here. If you get too far away, it kind of messes up.
That's what I was demonstrating right there. I was just getting it out of range of the infrared.
Let's try it again then.
You want to? Yeah, why don't you actually serve it then? Let's try it. And what's with the underhand thing?
Oh, look at that.
You wasn't even ready.
Well, it's not my fault.
I totally was ready.
So
I just missed it.
that's the tennis game. The unit itself goes for about $80. The games are about $50. So they're pretty priced, but they come with the
and
exactly.
These are. I mean, IR requires some power, so you have to have batteries in the controller itself as well.
Yeah, you have to have batteries in there as well. Now, this is the bowling game. The bowling has an IR sensor on the top of the unit. And it comes with this nice little bowling ball.
So it needs 2 IR sensors?
Well, I think it's just primarily using the one on the top.
Okay,
here.
gotcha.
I don't know why you can't use the one on the side. But this is the ball right here.
All right.
And then we have to get through all these menus here. So we go ahead and hit the little top buttons here. Enter, select our regular game, 1 player.
Oh, yeah, cool. That's fine. I'll set this one out, buddy. Why don't you just
hold on. Here,
bowl
you
away.
try. You try. I want you to bowl.
Okay, can we put the bumpers up?
Okay, so now what you're doing is as you're moving it left and right, you can see the ball goes left and right there. So that's how you're getting your alignment.
Okay.
And now you have to just kind of bowl through. There you go. Look at that. That's a strike.
Oh, I got cheated.
So close. Okay, so now try it again.
Clearly the physics are not accurate because I am an amazing bowler.
Line it up. Here we go.
It's hard to, I'm trying to. I'm telling it to go.
Okay, go for it.
See, it's not.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll pick it up.
Nice. See, that's not too bad.
No big deal. I kind of like the game more now that I'm good at it.
It's fun, but one of the coolest games. These were we had some issues, but we don't know if it's because of the interference in here.
Right.
But we did see a pretty cool boxing game by Jackie Chan was actually demoing it.
Oh, I didn't know he programmed.
We have some footage of that.
Very nice. Oh, there he is. This was at CES,
yeah.
right?
So this is the new game that's coming out.
Now, see, that looks kind of fun.
Yeah, that looks like a lot of fun. These other little bowling.
Because the bowling is you can't really add a natural curve to it. You have to tell the game you want to curve, which is kind of lame.
Exactly. So the home run derby though is actually kind of fun too, which is the baseball game that you play. Right. We've had a few little bugs with it, but if it's for a younger kid, 12, 13 years old, they're not going to notice. They'll have a lot of fun with it. So
it'll get them up and moving, and then probably breaking furniture in the living room. It'll be great.
That's right. Now you can get a full review of the device at our
website.
Zavix? Is it Zavix?
I think it's the Zavix.
Yeah, Zavix at our website g4tv.com/AOTS.
All right, but now it's time for user created. They're on a shot of my face, and Kevin Rose is trying to swing the bat at me. So I'm like, ugh.
When?
Just now.
Oh, sorry.
It just looked awkward.
I don't think anybody noticed.
I feared for my life.
Oh, well.
A little bit.
How about, did you like when I beat you up, though?
That was great.
It felt really good for me, too.
Yeah, it did not so much for me. Falling the face on the floor part was the part I didn't enjoy.
We should do that again
most.
sometime.
Yeah, let's.
Last week, we asked you for your AOTS bumper stickers for user created,
cool
which we do every week. The response was actually one of the best we've ever had. And there were so many amazing entries, we just wanted to show you as many as we could, so.
Took a lot of cars.
Take her away.
I thought we actually
My kid beat up Brennan Moran. I love that one.
Nice. All your base.
Attack of the Show.
Cute.
Some good graphic stuff.
Oh, that's nice. That's
one of the submissions we got was what would Office Jesus do? I kind of like that one.
Your daily dose is good. Old
found
logo.
This card it came from eBay. I thought you'd like that.
I appreciate. Oh yes.
Warning.
AOTS.
I break for BBS.
That's great.
My other show is Attack of the Show.
You should be the only show, Sarah.
Sarah's my co-pilot. It's the best one ever.
Sorry to hear that. You're getting lost. Got Pereira. Because really, everybody should have a little Pereira on board.
Yeah.
How's my war driving? That's cute. That should be a T-shirt.
Oh my gosh.
Called
Obviously.
Jinx.
How's my hacking?
Only for the enlightened. Wow, this is a plethora of entries.
Seriously.
Sarah.
I mean, they're really,
My anti-life. Brilliant.
Oh, there's Office Jesus.
Office Jesus is a popular
There he
character.
is. He got in there. That was my favorite one.
My other host is Pereira. Ah.
Yeah.
That's you know what?
Housey tongue.
Yeah, that's one right. That's right here
because
too.
AOTS goes.
It's in there.
It's in the name. So
right there.
Dictatorship.
We love it.
We do. We love it. I love this.
So what's the deal with these?
Super fun. Well, these are stickers that you can kind of do whatever you want with them.
Yeah?
Tag up the set if you like. My kid beat up Brennan Moran. It's really a shame Brennan isn't here to maybe wear one of these on his forehead or on his butt or something equally embarrassing.
Let's cover his desk with him, and then take photos and put him on the bulletin board
with alongside that nude male model. poster that we
Brendan's
put up last
got some of the creepiest posters.
Brendan's out of town so much that he just asks for it.
All right, we're going to do it. We're going to cover his entire desk with as many of these stickers as we can. Take a picture, and we'll put it on the bulletin board, so you have to actually dial in if you want it. Sorry, people who don't like long distance.
Right.
But we're going to do it.
Too bad.
It's going to happen.
So there you have it. You'll also be able to find the top favorites on our website if you want to print out your own. Really great stuff. Big ups to all participants.
Big ups. Woo.
Thanks to everybody.
All right.
Now, your next assignment is to design the official AOTS arcade cabinet. So old school, new school, whatever. Just show us what you think an AOTS coin-op game machine would look like. So, I'm going to get...
Well, that's not bad. There's a little starter for it. Whoa, it's pulsating.
Yeah, it's spinning. It's something like that. So be sure you check out our website for the rules and go to download the custom template. If we like yours, now listen close, this is the big one, we're going to build it ourselves and use it for a very special AOTS in the future. So send us your best ideas and you'll be...
All right, let's see it, folks. Whoa, yeah. Now imagine, Terry, if instead of toys, Santa Claus brought emails and chat questions down the chimney, huh?
That would suck.
Well, that's what's going to happen when we come back, so can you feign excitement?
Yay!
Yay!
All right, peeps, the Video Game Expo E3 is almost here, and starting on Monday, May 16th, G4 is going to be bringing you the most extensive E3 coverage you'll get anywhere, ever, in the whole world.
Really?
Get you nice and warmed up. Yeah, really. Wow. Really. A special pre-E3 episode of X-Play is on tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 11 Pacific, so watch it. Unless you don't want to see exclusive game footage. I mean, up to you, but I think the choice is obvious.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it. I'll watch it.
Very cool. We're going to be coming to you directly from the showroom floor with 4 days worth of 2-hour live E3 specials.
A lot of television.
That's right.
And for more information on E3 itself, go to e3insider.com, the event's official site. If you want to get closer to the action, folks, then you only have a day or two to get that resume over to Bill Gates. Because, he's got to cut off at some point. Yeah.
Right.
He does.
Yeah.
How about that IRC chat room?
Let's
check in.
I'm seeing some familiar names in here. These are return chatters. Mutated Pig 4. I know I remember him.
I remember that.
He asks, this is a very poignant question, is Kevin P. the Goatsy Man?
I wondered that.
I
wondered that myself a little bit.
Why?
Contrary to popular
Wait,
belief,
it looked familiar or something?
No, I just a friend of mine.
A friend of yours knows a guy who knows a guy? No, I'm not. I did.
I'm uncomfortable.
I am too.
Thanks. Hershey's Kiss 827. Will there be any more info on the new GameCube at E3?
Yeah, supposedly there could be a ton of info. In fact, I've heard kind of off the record that Nintendo's Revolution is going to be a big deal at this year's E3.
Yeah,
I hope it is.
Are you going to check out the Revolution?
Sure. Check it out. I'm going to be there every day. See you there.
Might as well.
Next, from G4 Terminal, is PCI Express better than AGP for gamers?
Ooh.
It is, right?
Yes.
Isn't it faster and better? And that's,
Yeah.
Everyone's happy with that one?
There you go,
Easy
PCI
enough.
Express.
Next one, Death Cookie asks, why do you guys kick so much ass?
That's a common question as well.
And it's a difficult answer.
It is.
Because there's so many angles to take.
Right. I mostly just take the credit myself. But if you guys have another
But I kicked your
explanation-
ass earlier in the show, so that's kind of embarrassing for you.
A little bit?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Kind of got, you got pwned.
Oh, wow.
Always wanted
Someone
to
say
that.
I got served, but perhaps it was pwned.
All right. It's time to go.
Let's get out of here.
Kevin's like, if Kevin had hit at least one free throw, we'd have gone overtime, but sadly, game's over.
That's true. Thanks to our guests, Tom Savini, Carol Chung, and Josh Rubin. Now you can either channel surf or play Halo 2. Choose wisely.
Ooh.